Hey everybody, welcome back. This is going to be my dark blue smoky eye New Year's Eve makeup look. If you want to see how I got the look, just keep watching. So I'm going to take my MAC oil control lotion and just rub that all over. I've already moisturized with a couple other moisturizers, but I like to put this one on right before foundation and just control my oils. Now I'm going to be going in with this Tarte primer, and I just put this where my pores are large and then right in my laugh lines. I'm going to pat it in. I forget what this is called exactly. I'll link it down below, but I think it's like the Clean Slate Timeless Pore Filler or something like that. But that's what you're going to see me do, just in my pores and in my laugh lines. And because it's New Year's Eve and we're going to be dancing and partying, we don't want our makeup to sweat off, so I'm going to use my favorite primer, the Makeup Forever Step 1. This is the mattifying one. I'm just putting that everywhere I get really oily. And then I'm going to take my Smashbox Under Eye Primer and just place that underneath my eyes. Going to be a little extra tonight and use an additional primer. This is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, and I'm just going to put 4 dots and just kind of blend that out on my face. So next I'm going to take some Scotch tape and just place that at the outer edge of my eye. This is going to make our eyeshadow look nice and sharp, and it's also going to act as a guide for our eyeliner later. Next I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow primer. This is by Urban Decay, and I believe this is the anti-aging one, and I'm just going to put that all over my eye and just pat that in. So I was trying to go for a cut crease. It didn't come out exactly how I wanted it to. I still need some practice at that, but I took this flat shader brush and I went back and forth between a dark brown shadow and a black shadow, and I just put that slightly above the crease, and I just kind of carved that out just to try to go for a cut crease type look for this. And in between carving out your crease, you want to blend. You don't want it to look too harsh, so just pretty much work in layers. Just add some more and blend it, and then just build it up as you go along to the intensity that you want. So I felt like in between blending I lost a little bit of that crease color, so I'm just going to add a little bit more. Just carve that out and blend some more. I got so tired of blending during this look, but it is going to call for a lot of blending, so just be ready. Then I'm going to take a transition shade. This is Red Brick by MAC, and I'm just going to place that right above the crease and blend that out. I probably should have did this color first, but it was too late at this point, so I just tried to make it work the best I could. So I'm going to blend that out a little bit more. Then I'm going to take my MAC paint pot in Groundwork, and I'm going to put that all over my lid, also carving out my crease. And this is just going to make it a little bit easier when you put your lid color down, and it's also going to look a little bit more sharp because you're using that brush to carve that crease. And I really like these paint pots. It made it a lot easier to carve out my crease because of the texture. It's a cream texture. You don't want to over apply because it will be hard to blend, but when it comes to using a flat brush in this, it made it a lot easier to carve out. Now you see me putting a dark base over that, and I'm only putting it in the center of the lid. This is by LA Girl. This is the Gel Glide, and I believe it's in the color Smoky Charcoal. It's a dark color. It's not quite black, but it has like some shimmer in it, and I just thought it would be a good base for this eyeshadow. That blue eyeshadow is Deep Truth by MAC. And I haven't used this in a while, so I just thought it'd be fun to do something with this. Do a dark blue smoky eye since it's New Year's Eve. So we're just going to go with it. And I'm packing that color on the lid versus swiping it. It's going to give you less fallout and it's going to make the color look a little bit more vibrant. And because blending is such hard work, we need a drink of water after all that. Next, I'm going to take this Makeup Geek eyeshadow, and I believe it's in the color Prom Queen or Prom Night. I'll list it down below. And I'm just putting that in the open space that I left. This is just going to act as a highlight. And then of course you want to blend that out. Then we're going to go in with our eyeliner and we're going to do a small wing. I didn't want to go too crazy in the liner because my lashes are pretty dramatic. So I'm just going to do a small wing, and by that tape being there that's acting as my guide, this made it so much easier. I wish I could do this every day. Then I'm going in with my favorite mascara and I'm just coating my lashes. For the falsies, I'm going to go in with the Ardell Double Up. I believe this is the number 201. And they're just basically a pair of stacked lashes. Then I'm going to go back in with that mascara and blend my lashes with the false lashes. Then we're going to peel off that tape and just work on the rest of our face. So now it's time for color correcting. I'm going to take this orange color corrector by LA Girl. And that's just going to cancel out all the dark circles and dark marks. So I'm going to put that underneath my eyes. I'm going to put it around my mouth area and just a little bit. And also there's a spot on my forehead that I have no idea where it came from. But I'm just going to tap that out with my finger and blend it that way first. And then go back in with the sponge later and further blend that out. And this is just going to help our foundation look smoother. And it's going to be more seamless. And you won't have those dark marks poking through your foundation. And once I have all that blended out, I'm going to go in with one of my favorite foundations. It's by Mercier. And I just really love the finish on this. It's like a nice satin finish. It doesn't leave me looking oily, and I really like that. I think I'm in the color Espresso. This is one of my favorites. So I'm just blending that out with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender. And I'm sad that it's dirty. I recorded this video yesterday and it didn't work. So my sponge got dirty, but that sponge is amazing. I think I like it better than the Beauty Blender, and it's a lot cheaper. So once I have that blended out to my liking, I'm going to go in with my contour, and I'm going to be using a foundation by LA Colors. I believe it's in the color Ebony, and it's just a really dark foundation color, too dark for me to wear on its own. So I use it for contour, and I'm just placing that everywhere that I want to contour. So my cheekbones, my forehead, I'm just going to blend that out with the same sponge that I blended my foundation with. And then I'm going to go in with my highlight. This is LA Girl Pro Conceal. I believe that is in the color Beautiful Bronze. And then I'm just going to put that everywhere I want to highlight. So underneath my eyes, my forehead, my nose, my cupid's bow. And then I'm going in with another LA Girl concealer. And this is in the color Fawn. And it's a lot lighter than that color, but I want to look extra highlighted for my pictures because it's New Year's Eve. So we're just going to tap that out with our finger, and then we're going to go back with that same sponge, and then we're going to blend that all out. So once I have that all blended out, I'm going to take my setting powder. I'm taking the NARS setting powder. This is in translucent crystals, I believe it's called. I'll link it down below, but I'm just placing that setting powder everywhere I put the highlight. Underneath my eyes, my forehead, my nose, cupid's bow, chin. It's a white powder, but I didn't show it. It's supposed to be light reflecting, so it's really beautiful when you take pictures and things like that. There's no flashback. Then I'm taking this sleek face contour kit, and I'm taking that shade, the brown shade, and I'm just putting that over where I put the cream contour, and that's just going to set that.
I think you're so beautiful. Give the crowd a show. Go up, down, up, down, up, down. Go up, down, up, down, up, down. Shake it back.
Next, I'm going to take this eyeshadow by Sephora. It's in the color Morning Mocha, and I'm just putting that in the upper part of my cheek just to darken up that contour. I'm not going to bring it all the way down. I wish I had something else better to contour with, so if you have any suggestions, please leave them down below in the comment section. And I'm just going to put that slightly over my forehead. Now I'm taking that Sleek Contour Face Kit and I'm just going to contour my nose a little bit. Now I'm going to set my entire face, and I'm going to take my Makeup Forever Pro Finish Powder. I believe it's in the color 185, and I'm just going to set my entire face with that powder. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of that same liner to my waterline, the same liner that I used as the dark base for the blue shadow. And then I'm just going to put some mascara on my bottom lashes. That's the Loreal Telescopic, my favorite. Then I'm going to take my Blot Powder by MAC, and that's in the color Deep Dark. And I'm just setting around my laugh line area. I don't want it to crease. And then I'm going to take some blush and place that on my cheeks. I'm using a mixture of Love Thing and Fever by MAC. I just mixed them together and added that to the apples of my cheeks. Now I'm going to take my Fix Plus Spray by MAC. I'm going to spray that on the outer perimeter of my face. And as I mentioned before, I used the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray in the middle of my face. And that just keeps me a little bit more matte. I don't want to sweat my makeup off or anything like that. And now it's selfie time, probably for Snapchat. Now I'm going to take some Fix Plus Spray and that Real Technique setting brush. And I really like that brush for highlight. I'm going to add some highlight to the tops of my cheeks and my nose and keep it slow and all that. That is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Topaz, I believe. I got a little heavy-handed with this. I didn't realize how pigmented it was. So I'm going to have to go back later and fix it, which you'll see me do. I'm going to use, I believe it is MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. But right now I'm just trying to blend that out so it's not so harsh. And now you see me going in with the MAC one. And I'm just going to try to brighten it up a little bit, but without it looking so harsh. And then blend it all out. And now it's time to move on to the lips. So I have 3 different lip options for this look. First, this one you see me putting a dark brown liner on. And I believe this is by Mika K. And it's just in the color brown, I believe. And then I'm taking this matte lipstick by Jordana. And I believe it's in the color Plum Obsession. And I'm just kind of experimenting. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. So I'm just trying this combo first. And I'm making that face because it looked really weird underneath the lighting. So that's our first lip option. Purchase your tracks today. And then we're going to move on to lip option number 2. I'm using that same brown liner that we used in the first option. And then I'm taking Teddy Bear Lipstick by Milani. This is just a nice nude color, and it has like a little bit of a gloss to it, so I would say it's like maybe a satin finish. This is if you don't want to do too much because we already have a lot going on with that blue shadow. So this is our second option. And now moving on to lip option number 3. This is my favorite and probably the one I'm going to go with. This is Rebel by MAC. This is one of my favorite lipsticks. I really love how the color complements the blue eyeshadow, so I think this one's going to be a winner. So that's it, guys. That concludes this New Year's Eve dark blue smoky eye. I really hope you enjoyed this look, and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye.